Now the next one is, we can show negative integers with the help of a number line. We will understand. So you can see the number line that I have drawn. It's similar. It's the same which is there in the text. So we have the number line. 0 is the origin. 0 is in the center. On the right falls all the positive integers, and on the left negative integers. So positive 1 centimeter away will be 1, 2, and like that you space it. So here I have a fraction between 1 and 2. I have 3 upon 2. Between 2 and 3 I got 5 upon 2. On the other side, between minus 1 and minus 2, it's minus 3 upon 2. And between minus 2 and minus 3, I have minus 5 upon 2. Now what is more? I've selected this number so that you understand. Minus 5 upon 2 on the left side. Take 5 upon 2 on the right side. Okay, so these are the pairs. Minus 5 upon 2, 5 upon 2. Minus 3 upon 2 and 3 upon 2. Simply 3 upon 2 means it's plus 3 upon 2. So it is minus 5 upon 2 plus 5 upon 2. Minus 3 upon 2 plus 3 upon 2. These numbers are called as additive inverse numbers. What are additive inverse numbers? The word itself tells you additive, addition. Inverse, reverse. Okay, that is like we write 1 upon. For example, I say inverse of 4. It will be 1 upon 4. So additive inverse numbers. So this additive inverse number, in other way you can understand as, it is a number that makes a number when you combine with another number, it is going to give you 0. For example, minus 4 plus 4 will give me 0. Okay. So the number exactly opposite 0 on the number line. On the number line, the number exactly opposite 0. Take for example, I take minus 1. So minus 1's whose additive inverse? So I have to check. Minus 1 is 1 space away from 0. You can see this 1 space. So I have to check on the right side. 1 space away from 0 is 1. So that means additive inverse of minus 1 is 1. Or in other words, additive inverse of 1 is minus 1. Take for example, if I take example 4. Number 4 I take. So if I want to know additive inverse of 4, I have to go that much spacing. Look at this space. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I need to go 4 spaces on the left side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Who is there? Minus 4. That means additive inverse of 4 is minus 4. Hope you have understood. It's exactly opposite numbers. We call them also opposite numbers. We call them as sign change because the number is same, only it's minus and plus. So when I take minus 4 plus 4 gives me 0. That's the same point which is speaking about. Now in solving, you can solve it as this way. Example, 14 divided by minus 3. Okay. Now here this is a positive integer and this is a negative integer. We go on for the next point. So 14 upon minus 3, we have to always see that the denominator is rid of the negative sign. Okay. So this is a rule. It's customary or mandatory. 14 divided by minus 3, I can also write it as minus 3. I can write it as 14 into 1 is 14 only. Only writing pattern is changed. Minus 1 into 3. Minus 1 into 3 gives me minus 3. But when I write like this, I will get a better answer. 14 into minus 1. I have taken 14 into, okay, 1 upon minus 1 into 1 upon 3. So, which means 14 into minus 1 will give me minus 14 upon 3. So understood? 14 into minus 1 will give me 14 minus 14, and which is divided by 3. So it will give me minus 14 upon 3. Hope you have got it. We go on for the next example, and all this we are talking about the second point. Okay. to divide any positive integer by a negative integer. So positive integer you are dividing by a negative integer. Now we go on for the next one where you are dividing a negative integer by a negative integer. So that's very easy. When you have negative integer, it's the same like multiplication. Minus 4 into minus 4 gives me plus 16. Minus minus gets added up, okay, or cancelled you can say. So here minus 15 divided by minus 4, it's minus 15 upon minus 4. So you want explanation, you could write like this. Minus 1 into 15, you are separating the minus sign, that's it. Minus 1 into 15 upon minus 1 into 4. So minus 1, even if you divide, it will get cancelled. Okay, so you are left with only 15 upon 4. And 15 upon 4 is a fraction, like our first rule. Take second example where it is exactly divisible. Minus 18 divided by minus 6. Both are negative integers. So I am dividing minus 18 by 6. So take it as minus 1 into 18 minus 1 into 6. Minus 1 will get divided. So there is nothing in that. 18 upon 6, 6 ones are, 6 threes are. I get answer 3. 3 is a positive integer. Directly, if you want to do this part, you can do it, or directly once you have understood that minus upon minus, minus integer, minus negative integer upon minus negative integer, I get a positive sign. So once you've understood that, directly you can go for minus 18 upon minus 6. Directly you can go for 18 upon 6. Minus minus gets cancelled. 6 ones are, 6 threes are. So 3 is your positive integer. So now we go on for the next. That is, you need to remember something which is very, very important. Remember, when one integer is divided by another non-zero integer, it is customary to write the denominator of the quotient as a positive integer. Example, 4 divided by minus 3. So minus 3 is a negative integer and it's a denominator. So that is 4 upon minus 3. So you need to customary, means it is like compulsory, you have to write down as minus 4 upon 3. And I have shown you so many examples how it becomes minus, or it is an additive inverse. We can also say it is the inverse. Okay. So this point you have to remember, when one integer is divided by another non-zero integer. Non-zero means it is not a 0. It will be 1, 2, 3, 4, anything, but not 0. So it is customary to write the denominator of the quotient as a positive integer. Quotient means now this is our answer. If you go to divide further, you will get a decimal fraction. Is it clear? So 4 upon minus 3, my answer is minus 4 upon 3. So this answer, what we call, is actually our quotient. Hope this is understood, children.